What is up, my ducks and drakes? Welcome to the Crocodile Lake, and today we got some cool, wacky stories for you, and I'm here with
Diamonds and Emeralds. Hello, everybody.
If you haven't noticed from the title or the description or the left side of the video, yeah, Diamond's here.
Yep, I am. Sorry.
And we're a pretty wacky couple of people. Like, we've gone on some adventures, we've done some stupid stuff, and we're here to share with y'all.
It happens.
It does happen. So this first time we like to bring up is this time from middle school. I came out of choir really mad because I didn't have choir and I had beginner's music and I did not deserve that. And I had this applesauce on my tray. Want to continue?
Yeah. Just to clarify, they often don't ever eat their applesauce. They didn't like it very much. Right?
Yeah, I don't like applesauce.
Yeah. So, they were getting very, very mad telling a story. Which I understand, you know, we had a very friend groupy table, even though we were supposed to be sat by homeroom teachers. I don't think that any of us shared a homeroom teacher. So, they were, like, pretending that the applesauce was, like, a person or an object to throw at a person or something like that. And they were like, I just wanna, and then threw it down on the table. Guess what happened next?
The applesauce exploded everywhere. It got all over the whole table. It got on the floor a bit. Like, that tiny package of applesauce went miles. It went miles.
I'm pretty sure that it got on one of our friends.
It got on most of our friends.
Yeah, there was a splash zone.
Yeah, there was a splash. Yeah, but then I'm like, okay, didn't mean to do that. I'll clean it up. And so I start cleaning up. And I have a very weak stomach and a very strong gag reflex. So while cleaning up, I start gagging because, you know.
I mean, to be fair, the applesauce that they had was kind of gross, so.
Yeah. And then I had to have Diamond clean it up for me because of how much I couldn't.
Yeah, I was fine with it. I'm still fine with it. But, my god. And one of my friends afterwards came up to me and was like, are you sure that VP isn't using you? I was like, nah, this happens. It's a thing.
Okay, so there's this other story. You see. I don't know. Okay, we got it. So this next story is from 8th grade. It was around Christmas time, and I remember this because it was the day of the choir concert. I was in my dress, I had my makeup on, it was great. But we had a spelling test in language arts. It was Thursday, I was dying, you know, all good things. And so, I had this slip that I used to study. It had all the words on it. Now, take it, I've been cheating on the spelling test every week of this year. But the teacher has yet to catch me.
To be fair, in 8th grade, we had a spelling test every week for the whole year.
Yeah, it's stupid. We're in 8th grade!
We're in 8th grade!
Well, not right now. We're not in 8th grade now. We've already done middle school, but, like...
Yeah.
We were in 8th grade!
We were in 8th grade!
Right?!
We're not dumb, I can assure you.
You say as most of us either cheated or failed the spelling test.
Well, yeah, but you could rewrite the questions 10 times, so I've...
Rewrite the words 10 times?
Or the words, yeah.
Yeah, rewrite the questions. How do you spell this? How do you spell this?
Me asking Google.
Anyway, so, I had my cheat slip, and Diamond was sitting right next to me, and so I was like, hey, I see you got that one wrong. And then I slid them the slip under the table. And I wasn't even doing it, like, directly, like, under and under. I was sliding it against to the bottom of the table because I know that our teacher has clear view of under the tables. She still caught us.
Yeah. She went up to us and was like, where is it? And we were like, oh, what? And she was like, I saw you passing something under the table. Where is it?
And so I brought out a sticky note with a drawing on it. And I was like, oh, it was just this.
I think I said a token and you said a drawing.
I don't know, why would we be passing back a token? What token?
I don't know. I was thinking,
bad.
like, you know, oh, well, we went to an arcade or something like that, and then we're just passing the token because it's good memories. I don't know. That's what I was thinking of. I was
thinking of something we could actually show her that we passed back and forth.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyway, so after a second I got up and the paper that I used to study / pass back and forth that day fell out of my binder. And then she was like, there it is. I caught you guys. Come out into the hallway. So I broke down crying, and I cried for the whole hour. I don't know what was going on. Consciousness was nothing. But Diamond was next to me, and I was the only thing keeping her from not crying. It was great. And then our reading teacher came out, so I was crying, and someone told the truth.
Okay, well, I couldn't really get away with not. And also, what was I supposed to say? Like, oh, your boyfriend just broke up with you or something? Oh,
I mean, I was dating him. I mean, like, very reasonable.
Well, but our reading teacher was very, very worried. So I was like, okay, in all honesty, we were caught cheating, and they're just upset about it because they're worried about what's gonna happen next. And she got this disappointed look on her face, and I was like, ah.
And here's the thing. I regret nothing. Like, I was upset that day because I was caught, but realistically, it's like, it's an 8th grade spelling test. Why should I care?
Yeah. And honestly, we still got to go to a choir concert that night. You stayed in, like, the special
so we had
honors club.
Yeah, we had this club called National Juniors Honor Society. I think that's like a nationwide thing, so you probably have heard of that. There's a middle school version, which is NJHS, and then there's NHS for high schoolers. And I was a part of it because I guess stellar student or whatever. But here's the thing, the class I was cheating in, the teacher that I had was the leader of NJHS. So, and we had a field trip that Saturday where we were going to go into Chicago and to do Chicago-y things, like go to the zoo, go to the big glass bean. Like, we were doing everything that day. And then the Friday before, because remember, it was Thursday, the Friday before, we had a teacher's breakfast where we're doing a breakfast for the teachers for Christmas. So, like, we had a lot going on, and I thought, oh, I'm going to be kicked out right before all the fun happens. Luckily, I wasn't. Like, that's all I was concerned about. If I knew beforehand that I wasn't getting kicked out of NJHS, I wouldn't have cared in the slightest that I was caught.
Yeah.
And frankly, it was that day that taught me how to cheat better. All she taught me was how to cheat better. I learned nothing of importance.
Yeah. And something funny about that. So I was constantly in and out of the honors class. They just couldn't decide where to put me. And in our school, it was either you were an honors kid and you got straight A's and you were a tryhard, or you were dumb. Those were the two options for classes. So I was often put into the dumb class and then going to the honors class. This was one of the first days that I was back in the honors class after I switched for like the 18th time. And she just got done telling the like dumber class that she found it funny when people try to sneak their phone under the desk because she can see everything that happens under that desk. They were literally they were like fold-out tables. That's what we had. We had fold-out tables with like the desk chairs.
It was stupid, but I still regret nothing. I got out of language arts class. So did you.
Yeah, but I did miss that portion of the book, so I didn't quite know what was going on.
I miss every portion of the book because she read when I went to Spanish.
Yeah. I wish that they didn't put you in Spanish.
Yeah, me too. Spanish was a dumb class to take in middle school, and it got rid of homeroom, which is sad. So this last story for today is one that we joke about way too often.
Yeah, and I think that because we joke about it so much, it's become way more tame to us.
Yeah, it's really to quote unquote normal people. This would probably be like, yeah, why? But to us, it's really normal. In fact, it happens normally often now. That was just the first time it happened.
Yeah. And the way that it happened was kind of funny.
Okay, so I was going to my mom's boyfriend's house, but I really didn't want to go, and to my knowledge, I was allowed at Diamond's house. So I got to their house, and I went upstairs, and I realized, oh, Diamond isn't in their room. So I decided to stay on the bed and play with this dance playset that they had around for a while until they came back into the room. But here's the thing. They weren't. And I didn't have a phone, I didn't have a tablet, I didn't have anything at the time. So I was just kind of sitting in their bed waiting for them to come back.
Now, okay, from my perspective, my mother already said no to a VP coming over. So I was expecting like no company, so I was just hanging out with my mom for a while. We were just like we were talking about different things. I do that a lot, and you know we were just hanging out together for like around 2.5 hours, which genuinely isn't a normal occurrence for me. So I went into my room, flipped on my light, and VP scared me. Like, tried to scare me, which only made it more scary, because it was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, my mom was gonna kill me.
Yeah, I was just kind of sitting there, and the turtle on and went, hi. Like, I was just sitting there with a giant playset, no toys, no nothing, just the dance floor playset in my lap.
Yeah, and it was so crazy, because it was like, my first thought was, who was in my room? And then my second thought was, how did you get in?
I was in your room and I got into the front door.
Yeah, my brother, in his infinite wisdom, just kind of let her in. No question about it. Just, okay, come in.
I mean, it'd be like that. And now it's like that all the time.
Yeah. Now it's like, I don't even get a warning. Nobody gets a warning. Just kind of, they come over.
Yeah.
Which I will say sometimes is a bit inconvenient, because it'll be like I'm getting dressed and then I have to speed because I can hear their footsteps coming. But honestly, it's whatever, because that means that it's like, fun little surprises.
Yeah.
It's like when you get the email that your Amazon package is delivered, even though you didn't order anything off Amazon.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's perfect.
They go, boo!
Ooh.
Boo! So this last story is one that you're already very familiar with because you watch my videos. So I'm at the campground, and I'm usually at the campground all summer. I'm here right now, and I'm with Diamond because I brought them to the campground with me.
Ayo.
So I have to do at least some recordings at the campground because of how much time we spend here. I can't exactly get all my videos done for 3 weeks in one day and then just kind of post them as needed. I have to get some done while we're here. But here's the problem. There's no such thing as quiet or being left alone here. There's always someone in the background. There's always someone trying to get in. And we're recording in the trailer, which means that there's people coming in and out all the time. They're really loud outside. They're really loud when they come in. And when they're like, oh yeah, we'll you know, do this, that, and the other to stay quiet. They don't. They really don't.
Sometimes it feels like they're louder than they normally are.
Yeah. And yesterday, we tried recording our reaction to Janice's Among Us Let's Play. For one, the video was just overall boring, so we decided not to post it or continue it. But two, they kept walking in and then having full-out yelling conversations.
Yeah. And then we were yelled at for asking for quiet.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, you know, we asked the dude who we're staying with, like, if we can be quiet, and he was like, you guys aren't recording this weekend, we're camping.
Yeah, he was like, oh, we're at a campground, you don't need to stay on your electronics, and it's just like, well, I'm sorry, this might be my future job.
Yeah, and honestly, it's, you're not going out and doing drugs. Everything is fine, you are safe where you are.
And it's not like I'm staying in and, like, say, playing video games or watching YouTube, I'm doing something productive with my life.
Yeah. But he's not going to understand that it's productive because, like... Okay, so VP and their little sister just got their iPads, and his response to that was, oh, well, I would never get my kids electronics. They wouldn't have any. It's like, wow, I can't wait for your kids to get kidnapped and then can't call anybody.
Yeah, then I don't know if he has kids.
I don't think so. He does have, like, nephews and stuff, but...
Yeah. Yeah, just so many, like, there was 2 like, Netflix Trip, the ukulele cover I did this weekend, I had to re-record so many times because people kept interrupting the recording. And then, like I said, the whole reaction video to Janice's video was totally scrapped because of how many times it was interrupted.
Yeah.
Like, it would be so hard to edit. It's so inconsistent.
Yeah, and it was really, really hard to figure out where we were in,
the video.
Yeah. Because it would be like people would start talking while the video is still going on, while we're still reacting to it.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. All my stuff is in the description. Please go subscribe to Diamond. I'll put their stuff in places, including the description. I really recommend you go check them out. I cannot thank you enough for watching, and like always,
Do your best.